running through the grave, from the shadows to the screen. They decode what the silence means. Click subscribe, let the veil be torn. This is the news we've been waiting for. Turning away, global watchmen leading the way. Every story, every thread, for the living and the misled. Raise your voice, let the signal soar. This is the news we've been waiting for.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Woo! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Global Watchman News. Can I get a sound check? Said my computer did not have a microphone, which is kind of weird because I haven't done anything to my computer. So can I get a sound check? We can hear you. Great. Okay, I had to put on my headphones. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're in the live chat, we do ask to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we remain. I can't even, never mind. Oh my God. There'll be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service we're providing the platform we're utilizing tonight. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Stay when we go live. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's been a while since we've been on here. Hope you guys have been staying warm. It is cold out there, guys. I don't know where you guys, if you guys are having the same weather we have, but woo, it has been nasty cold up here. Matter of fact, I mentioned to Dave this morning when I was taking him to work that I don't think, I've been here 10 years, and I don't think I have seen snow stay on the ground longer than 48 hours before. And we have had quite a bit of snow. So, because, and we're going to get into the whole weather thing coming. It's going to kind of play into tonight's show as well. Wanted to talk to you guys tonight about 3i Atlas. If you guys don't know what that is, it is well, I guess it's debatable on what it is. Depends on who you ask. It is. Let's go with what we think it is. Okay, so it's a comet. It was discovered in July 1st of this year by a telescope down in Chile. Shortly after its discovery, Ave Loeb came on and was saying that he felt that it was a spaceship. And that it was nefarious that hold on a second. I'm caught here. It's clicking in my ear. There we go. He thought that it was under intelligent control, that it was a spaceship, blah, blah, blah. And I got to tell you, people have jumped on that bandwagon. The posts that I've been seeing, guys, AI, let's talk about AI. God, every single picture on my Facebook stream is some sort of AI, some sort of BS picture that is just not even. It's not cool, guys, that these people are putting this out, this stuff out there. I would say 90% of my news feed on Facebook is fake, is completely bullshit. How do you tell? Okay, well, you can tell. Let's pull up a couple of pictures. Let's go over to my Facebook for a second, and I will kind of hopefully show you. Okay, so let's do a screen share. Screen share my Facebook. There we go. Okay. So, okay, here is my Facebook. And hopefully, okay, right here. You know this is not real. Okay, it's not real. First of all, if you're seeing a picture of 3i Atlas where it looks like this, and they say, "Oh, it's today's picture," it's baloney, because we can't see it that clearly. So yeah. How else? Let's see. Let's see if we can find another one. Here's another one. Washington, this was December 6th, so 4 days ago. Washington on high alert, 3i Atlas forces NASA and Congress into a secret action. In an unprecedented move, 3i Atlas, the mysterious interstellar object, has triggered a high-level response from both NASA and Congress. For the first time in history, these powerful institutions are working together in secret to address the growing threat of 3i Atlas poses. But what is it all about this object that has sent the world's most powerful agencies into a panic mode? What actions are being taken behind closed doors, and why has 3i Atlas caused such a stir? Could this be the beginning of a global crisis? No, it's not. Let's see what else. Right here. Look at this. Okay. This is not. Okay, that's it. Oh, there's Ken. Hi, Ken. That's Ken. By the way, that's Ken was not AI. That's not AI. Okay. Picture that I posted of the stairs of a place that I was supposed to deliver to. Yeah, that's not AI either. Wish it was. True. Oh, jeez. Saw something I didn't want to see. There's another one. 3i Atlas is not a comet. Really? It's not. NASA cameras caught movement inside the 3i Atlas. Inside of it, they caught movement. Yeah. I kind of hardly doubt that, considering that, again, we can't really get a clear picture. Oh, boy. There's another one. Yeah, AI is that. Don't want to play a game today. I'll play later. You know what? Hold on a second. There is a very good. Let me just. There's trying to name of this name of it. And this one drives me crazy because I'm constantly calling these people out. If I can find them, I think I blocked them on my other account. No. Something I would do with world news. Anyways, world news today, maybe? No. Anyways, there's a page out there that looks, it looks legit until you start seeing their posts, and every single, they're beautiful pictures. For the most part. But they're fake, first off. And secondly, when you look in the comment section, it's actually kind of scary because of the amount of people that believe it's true. And that's a lot of these pages. And that's something we've here. Exposing satanic world government and global watching news. That's one thing that I have made sure that has been intact for us, and that's our integrity. We make sure that before we post anything, that we do the research on it, that we have vetted it, that we've got a clear. Here's the thing: if you're an editor on my pages or in my group, and you post something, I expect you to have a working knowledge of the topic that you're talking about or that you're posting about. So when people start making comments, you can address those comments intelligently and with confidence that you know what you're talking about. Most of these pages that post these BS pictures are the pages that are mostly like, take our word for it, don't ask questions, just believe us. We don't do that on our pages. Because I do, like I said, I do believe in integrity. All right. And yeah, that's not it. I'm trying to find it. It's something with news in it. Maybe you guys remember. Damn it, I wish I could. Okay, another AI generated pictures. A lot of the Charlie Kirk, after he was assassinated, a lot of those pictures were AI generated. After Ozzy Osbourne passed away, most of those pictures were AI generated. which I don't understand because we have enough drama going on in the world where we don't have to create it. You know what I mean? Um, or we shouldn't have to. So that's how you would tell. I don't remember who asked that, but that's how you would tell. Question everything. Absolutely. Question everything. More than once. And you know what? Don't be the type of person that has a closed mind. Go, always have an open mind because I don't believe the same things I believed 10 years ago. My mind has been changed. I've looked at situations. Things change all the time. Things are always fluid. Even when you put out a news story that you're confident in, and I always tell people at the time it was posted, it was true. All right. At the time it was posted, it was vetted. At the time it was posted, but things happen, things change. Um, like 9/11, I wouldn't post the same things now as I would have back then because I've done my research and I've changed my through the information that has come out through vetted information. I've changed my stance on that, and that's the way things happen. The only thing that doesn't change is if we're going to stick with biblical, that doesn't change. That's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So I mean, if we're going to keep on that path and post things and we have biblical scripture to back it up, that's not going to change. Anyways, so 3i Atlas was discovered July of this year. Again, it was a telescope down in Chile. Ave Loeb was the one that came on and kind of blew the whistle on it, saying, "Oh, it's this, that, and the other thing." And people have latched onto it. But I did find something that was quite interesting related to it. And let me stop sharing that one. Let's go here. Make sure you're on the screen. Okay. So I kind of thought this was quite interesting. Again, it's things that make you go, It says here the enigmatic object known as 3i Atlas has captured global attention, with some theorists suggesting it's not merely a fragment drifting through space, but a colossal spaceship of unimaginable iniquity. According to these ideas, the vessel could have been launched billions of years ago, long before complex life existed on Earth, created by an intelligence far beyond human comprehension. For eons, it has silently traversed the void, following the precise trajectory that may now be bringing it back towards our solar system. Speculation abounds regarding its purpose. Some suggest 3i Atlas was designed as an observational probe, recording cosmic events across the millennia. Others imagine it as an interstellar ark carrying knowledge, dormant life forms, or advanced technology preserved by a civilization long extinct. The idea that this spacecraft could return at a specific moment in Earth's development adds a sense of destiny or pre-programmed intent, as if its creators anticipated a future capable of receiving or at least witnessing its arrival. While evidence remains circumstantial, the concept of 3i Atlas as a relic of a lost civilization challenges our understanding of history, technology, and the cosmos. Whether it carries tangible artifacts or is merely a ghostly echo of an ancient intelligence, the object represents a mystery that bridges science, imagination, and philosophy, inviting humanity to confront the possibility that we are not alone, and that we may be witnessing a deliberate message from the deep past. And supposedly, this is a cave dwelling picture that was found. Again, after doing research on it, there's no such picture that exists. So, whatever. But people have jumped on this. They literally have come to the point of, I want to say, creating a backstory for it, creating drama where there's nothing, and why? Well, for clicks, for views, for clout, I guess. The only problem with that is, they can sit there and say it's coming. We've been getting signals. NASA's done this. NASA's gotten this. They've even said that it's under intelligent control because it's sped up, it's slowed down, it's changed its trajectory, it's done this, done that. It was supposed to be close to Earth in October, and then it went to November, and now it's supposed to be in just a little, I guess the 19th or something like that. But there's also other things. I'm going to play something for us. Give me a second here to pull it up. No, stop, sir. Okay. Get out of here. I want this one. Okay. Hopefully I can get the sound going. Yep, I did that. Put it loud.
What if in 10 days we may witness something that forces us?
Can you guys hear that? Because I'm hearing it in my earphones. Can you hear it when he talks? Yes, no, maybe. Somebody tell me, can you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it when I unmuted it? You can. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's go back to it.
Everything that exists. In 10 days, we may witness something that forces us to rewrite the rule book on what visits our solar system. And what you're about to hear is not science fiction. It is a real object right now racing through our celestial backyard. An interstellar visitor called 3I Atlas, behaving in ways that are starting to make even seasoned astronomers uneasy. We thought we understood comets. We thought we knew how dirty snowballs from deep space were supposed to act. 3I Atlas is quietly tearing up that script. There's a hard deadline in this story, December 19th. Between now and that date, the world's most powerful observatories are locked onto this one speck of light because the window to truly understand it is rapidly closing. Think of this as a cosmic detective story. Different telescopes are like different witnesses, each offering a piece of testimony. The problem is, when you lay all that testimony side by side, the narrative doesn't quite add up. So what is 3I Atlas? First, it's not from here. This object came in from interstellar space, making it only the third confirmed interstellar body we've ever seen sweep through our solar system. Its orbit is retrograde, tilted by about 175 degrees relative to the direction of the planets. In other words, it is moving almost head-on against the traffic of our cosmic highway, skimming along the same plane, but going the wrong way. For a random visitor from the galaxy at large to line up so closely with the ecliptic is already statistically odd. Then there is the way it shrugged off its close pass by the sun. On October 29th, 3I Atlas reached perihelion, its closest approach, at a distance just inside the orbit of Mars. Many comets, essentially fragile mixtures of ice and dust, begin to crack and fragment under that kind of thermal stress. This one did not. Instead of breaking apart, it brightened and became more active, as if something inside had been waiting for that extra dose of sunlight. Multiple spacecraft have now started to weigh in. The European JUICE mission, even though it is en route to Jupiter's moons, could not resist turning one of its navigation cameras toward this intruder. From tens of millions of kilometers away, it captured an image of 3I Atlas displaying not one, but two distinct tails. One points away from the sun, as we expect from ionized gas driven by the solar wind. The other, an anti-tail, appears to point more toward the sun. In 10 days, we may witness...
Okay. The 19th seems to be a date that a lot of people have been pulling and talking about. And I've got another one to play us. Let me pull that one up. Now this one, I think, nope, that's wrong. All right, this one here that I'm going to play plays into what I was talking about. Stop. No. This one plays into the weather that I was just talking about. Let me try to stop this. Okay, so I can pull it up here. Screen share. Oh, TikTok. There we go. All right.
There is such geomatic storm going to happen on December 19th. There is such geomatic storm going to happen between the sun solar flares and the weather machines that are going on, and we are going to have a deep freeze across America for 7 days. 7 nights going to happen on December 19th.
That wasn't. There was a longer one that I watched. That was not the one. Hold on a second. December 19th prediction. I thought I pulled it up, but I didn't. All right. Try this one.
Final countdown begins 14 days. That is all we have left. In exactly 14 days, on December 19th, 2025, an object older than our sun, older than every rock and river and living thing that has ever existed on this planet, will make its closest approach to Earth. And right now, at this very moment, as you listen to these words, telescopes across the world and spacecraft scattered throughout the solar system are watching it. They are watching 3I Atlas creep closer. They are watching its twin tails shimmer against the blackness. They are watching for something, anything, that might finally answer the question that has consumed the scientific community for 5 months. Is this thing a comet, or is it something else entirely? Because here is what nobody is telling you. The anomalies are not going away. They are multiplying, and the window to understand what we're dealing with is closing faster than anyone wants to admit. By the time this visitor slips past us and begins its long journey toward Jupiter, we will either have our answers, or we will spend the rest of human history wondering what we missed. Before we dive in, if you find value in what we explore together, if these deep dives into the mysteries of our cosmos keep you coming back, take a moment right now to hit that like button. And while you are there, if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We have been tracking this interstellar visitor since July 1st, when the Atlas telescope in Chile first spotted it, hurtling through the outer reaches of our solar system. You already know the basics. You know it is the third confirmed interstellar object in recorded history, following Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. You know it originated from somewhere beyond our solar system, possibly from the thick disk of the Milky Way, making it potentially 7 billion years old. You know it passed behind the sun in late October, survived its perihelion on October 29th, and emerged on the other side still intact, still active, still baffling researchers with behavior that does not quite fit the textbook definition of a comet. But what you may not know is what has happened in the last 72 hours, and this is where things get interesting. On December the 4th, 2025, a wave of new data hit the scientific community simultaneously from multiple sources. NASA released fresh Hubble images showing 3I Atlas in unprecedented detail. The European Space Agency published a teaser image from their JUICE spacecraft, and that image alone has sparked debates that are still raging across academic circles and social media alike. Meanwhile, a preprint study posted just days ago claims to have found evidence of cryovolcanism, ice volcanoes, erupting from the surface of this ancient wanderer. Think about that for a moment. Ice volcanoes on an object that has been drifting through the frozen void between stars for billions of years. Now suddenly, as it passes through our little corner of the galaxy, it awakens, it erupts, it puts on a show. Coincidence? Perhaps. Or perhaps we are witnessing something we do not yet have the framework to understand. Let me walk you through what the next 14 days look like, because if you have any interest in observing this object yourself, if you want to be part of this historic moment, you need to understand the timeline we are working with. Right now, as of today, December 5th, 3i Atlas is positioned in the constellation Virgo, visible in the pre-dawn sky for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. It is rising earlier each night, climbing higher above the horizon, and by the time we reach December 19th, it will have migrated into Leo, sitting almost directly beneath the bright star Regulus. That is your landmark. That is your guide. If you can find Regulus in the eastern sky before dawn, you are looking in the right direction. But here is the catch. You will not see it with your naked eye. This is not a spectacular naked eye comet like some we have witnessed in the past. At its closest approach, 3i Atlas will still be 170 million miles away from Earth. That is nearly twice the distance between Earth and the Sun. To put that in perspective, when the Moon appears in our sky, it is roughly 250,000 miles away. 3i Atlas will be almost 700 times farther than the Moon at its closest point. So while it poses absolutely no danger to our planet, it also means you will need equipment to see it. The final countdown begins.
Okay, so that was one of those. December 19th prediction is what I want. Okay. That's one we just watched. Anyways, the prediction was that there was going to be a deep freeze on the 19th. That he said a lot of people were going to die because of the cold. And I saw this a couple of days ago. And I was like, oh, here we go again. Another, boogeyman, another, we're all going to die scenario. The thing of it is, Ryan Hall is actually talking about the deep freeze that is coming. And it's not really the 19th, but it's close enough. Let's see. There it is. There's one.
Heads up, we are tracking a severe Arctic outbreak and multiple chances for snow in the Midwest and Northeast from December 12th to 15th, 2025. I'm meteorologist Andrew Markowitz, and here's what you need to know. So far, December 2025 has been very cold in the eastern half of the U.S., and in many places, this is the coldest start to meteorological winter in over a decade. This is because we've had an intense and persistent blocking high in the North Pacific, specifically near the Aleutian Islands. This is known as the negative phase of the Western Pacific Oscillation. This forces the jet stream to dip way to the south, and as a result, polar air comes funneling in from the north and west. This has been directed toward the eastern U.S. pretty much nonstop since Thanksgiving. On Friday, December 12th, we will see another Arctic front descend from Canada into the Midwest and then Northeast, and this one will be the most intense one yet. On the morning of Saturday, December 13th, the National Weather Service expects temperatures to drop into the negative teens to even near -20 across parts of North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Below zero temperatures are expected as far south as northern Iowa and single digits as far south as northern Illinois. On the morning of Sunday, December 14th, much of the upper Midwest will once again drop to the negative teens, if not negative 20s, and below zero temperatures will extend as far southeast as Indianapolis. However, we will see wind chills dip much lower as the cold temperatures are accompanied by a breeze. Wind chills across the Midwest will be between 25 and 40 degrees below zero, which is considered to be extremely dangerous as frostbite can occur within a few minutes. On the morning of Monday, December 15th, temperatures could once again fall below zero in parts of Illinois and Indiana. Meanwhile, in the Northeast, it won't be quite as extreme, but it will be our coldest temperature since February. Most areas will see lows dropping to the teens, but northern New England and upstate New York will see lows in the single digits. Okay, so it's going to get cold. We know that, but what about the snow? In addition to Arctic air, another big player on the field is an amplified Pacific jet along the U.S.-Canada border, which is enhanced by La Nina. This means that we will continue to see a train of weak and fast-moving clipper systems that will bring snow to much of the Midwest and Northeast over the coming days. On Friday, December 12th, a general 2 to 4 inches is expected in a narrow zone that includes parts of Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia. This includes places like Cedar Rapids, Peoria, Springfield, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and Louisville, among others. On Saturday, December 13th, the best chance for plowable snow is in the blue area extending from central central Illinois eastward to southwestern Pennsylvania and West Virginia. This may include places like Peoria, Springfield, Bloomington, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Morgantown, and Altoona, among others. And on Sunday, December 14th, there is a real possibility of accumulating snow reaching the I-95 big cities, but that is still up in the air depending on the track of the storm and whether or not it redevelops as a coastal storm. Stay warm, stay safe, and for more updates on winter weather, please make sure.
Okay. So, apparently, and I'm going to say apparently, or I'm going to say supposedly, because I can't say for sure, the new round of Epstein emails, actually, it's not file or emails, it is the grand jury papers. We get to see what evidence they had to indict Epstein. Anyway, they're supposed to come out on around the 19th. So you've got to ask yourself, distraction? Of course. Are they going to use this three-eyed atlas, which is just a regular old piece of rock, to further an agenda that they have? Possibly. Do I think that there's aliens on there? No, I don't, but it doesn't really matter what I think. It matters what everybody else thinks, or people, the general population, who still believe in little green men, and they still believe in alien civilizations, or alien humanoids, or whatever you want to call them. They still believe in those things. I happen to not believe in those things. I think that we are going to be set up for the next phase, which is most likely going to be blue beam. And I say that because every component up until now, up until like 2024, 2025, we knew about blue beam. We've known about it for years. We know that, we know the stages of it. The first, the stage of the earth, the earthquakes, uncovering artifacts, proving the Bible is an error. Then the sky show, the main event starts, and that is that people will see their Messiah, their religious leader, whether it's Buddha or Jesus Christ or the Imam, whatever it is, the Dalai, whatever. They're going to see your God, Allah. But up until 24, up until 25, we haven't had the technology to pull it off and make it really believable. I mean, they've had the voice to skull technology. They've had that since the first Gulf War when they tested it out. But the problem is the optics. The problem is getting people to believe it. I mean, they can't exactly have, what do I want to say, 1980s or 1990s graphic for your video game graphics. Trying to pull that off is showing that it's a real person in the sky. They can't exactly, they couldn't exactly do that. Now the AI has gotten so good that, the technology has gotten so good, and they now have AI to back it up, that I do believe that the technology has caught up to the first stages of the project. And I do believe that's probably what we're going to see next. They have to make it believable in order to keep the people like us looking crazy. And that's basically what they do. You don't have to fool all of the people all the time. You just have to fool some of the people some of the time. And the rest takes care of itself. Because if you have 10 people who understand what they're seeing is not real, but you have 100 other people saying that it is, the majority of of the people that are saying it's not are going to stop. They're going to be quiet. They're going to go with the flow. They're going to, you know, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing. They're not going to push back. And that's human nature. That's absolutely human nature. And that's another reason why over the years, these agencies have studied human psychology, because they want to know how we will react to certain events, to certain things. So these secret programs, the black op programs that have been going on in secret for decades, even through Tavistock, have been designed to figure out how we would handle a certain situation. And now that they have the AI that can control a lot of the aspects of it, I think we've caught up. I think it's going to be inevitable that we're going to see it sooner rather than later. Not only that, but, and this is just a thought that I had the other day. So over on TikTok, I posted, what's her name? With the I can't think of, she's the one with glasses. I can never think of her name, and I absolutely love her. Anyways, her uncle or something, or her father and uncle were in the military or in the government, and they, here she is. Hold on a second. Sabrina Wallace. Sorry. So Sabrina Wallace, I posted a video the other day. She talks about how they have pretty much mastered hooking us up to the grid, to their system. You know what? Let me find a video and I will show you it. Hold on. Because it's really quite interesting. No, I don't want that. Oh, okay. Let's stop sharing it for just a second and let me look for it. What is my username? Hold on. My username is at Price 101. Okay, here we go. Let me find the video. Share screen, TikTok, share. Okay. Maybe this one right here.
You ignore things that are legally entered into Pentagon directives, college textbooks, and other legal documents that are required by universities for PhDs, that's going to catch up to you. And when you decide that you're too stupid, you can't understand, well, that's how we end up with an intelligent cluster-based routing protocol and going through the human body. And people are out there right now telling you none of this is real. There's no computer networking through the human body. If there was, someone would have told us. Now, watch this. This is the Synergy Tech Metric PDF. Now, these papers are not just from the MDPI. They're not only from Cambridge. They're not only from your Elsevier journal. They're not only from Wiley. They're from everywhere. And when I type in emergent technology on Wikipedia, I'm told that the blockchain Bitcoin is not here yet. So that means that Bitcoin, 3D printing, nanotechnology is not in use. So for any of you right now that have a Bitcoin wallet, you're having a mass hallucination. I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic. This says energy harvesting. Yeah. What kind of energy are they harvesting? Human, kinetic, intragalvanic, piezoelectric energy. Now you're going to tell me, oh, there's just no way. We don't have wireless sensor networks. And I said and showed, we've had biosensors since the 1950s. So what we have had to endure for 5 years are psychological operations. And then everyone goes, well, that's their job and they have to do it. They're killing people. It's called a kill box. They are killing people. And whoever you are, you're letting them. You're not reading. You're not holding yourself accountable to the fact that when you eat your lunch, it doesn't come out your posterior in the same physical fashion because you have an electrical biochemical digestive tract with an electrical biochemical heart, an electrical biochemical bloodstream, neurotransmitters. No, there's no such thing. I've heard. When you ignore things that are legally entered into Pentagon directives, college textbooks, and other legal documents that are required by universities for PhDs, that's going to catch up to you.
Hold on, I don't know where it is.
And when you decide that you're too stupid.
There it is. Okay. So she talks about how they're hooking people up, and this is kind of the video, but she goes on and she actually she shows the paperwork. She shows the patents. She shows everything about it. And what's funny is every single time I share one of her videos on my TikTok, I get it taken down and I have to fight them on it, literally, which is crazy. Can you please post this video in the chat so we can share it? Which one? The one for Sabrina Wallace? I have a hard time finding Sabrina's content. She just does it, and she doesn't have a channel. She doesn't have, there's no place that you can find it. I have to hunt for it. What I would like to do is, okay, I can do that. What I would like to do is start to find all of her videos and start from the beginning and kind of break them down into layman's terms and to present them that way, because the information that she has, guys, is phenomenal. Okay, it literally is. And whether you believe her or not, I find it hard not to believe her. Her story checks out. The story about her family and who she is, where she worked, it all checks out. The patents that she shows checks out. The PDFs that she shows checks out. I would be hard pressed to find somebody who could debunk her on really anything that she says. Now, does she come across as crap? She's look at, I love her because she says it like it is. She, like the beginning of that video when she says, if you're too stupid to know it, that's the way she talks. It's pretty funny. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I will put, hold on a second. Instead of pulling up the video and having it talk over us, I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. That's my channel. Go ahead and grab it off of there. But that's really what I want to do. I have a YouTube channel that's just been sitting there, not doing anything. It's one of our backup channels for Global Watchman News, but I haven't really needed it, knock on wood. So I was thinking about turning that into a channel that I would do for Sabrina Wallace, where you could find everything she's done in one spot and just, like I said, break it down into layman's terms. And to do that, I would love to do that if I could possibly get into her head and come out the other side sane. Yeah, but that would be something that I would have to get somebody else or somebody to help me with. So hopefully we can find somebody. Maybe Chris is, I don't know. I tried to see if Chris wanted to come on tonight, but this was a spur of the moment thing. I just hadn't been on in a while, and I had a few minutes tonight. And I'll be honest with you guys, being alone, sometimes it's too much for me. My head starts, I get in my head, my own worst enemy, and start thinking, and just needed a distraction tonight. So I brought you guys live. So back to the 3i Atlas. So, okay. So why I brought Sabrina Wallace into this was the fact that she talks about how they're hooking us up through the thing that we're not supposed to talk about, that everybody took. That did have the nanites in it. I don't know how much I can say and how much I can't say anymore. But that they use them to hook you up to the Internet of Things. Remember when people were taking the thing the thing, and remember how people were going around to like some cemeteries or whatever, and they were checking for Wi-Fi, and they were like getting Wi-Fi signals. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yes. Let me put it up on the screen. Thank you. I didn't want to say it. I almost did, but yeah. So, and she talks about the nanites. She talks about, the self-replicating nanites. I mean, she talks about it. So, yeah. But not all of the components for Bluebeam have been available until now. And I honestly, looking at it and knowing what was needed, I honestly can't think of one thing that they have not, that they don't have. So, yeah, I do believe that's coming very soon. As far as the weather, I just got off the phone before I came live. I just got off the phone with my son up in the Pacific Northwest. And he was saying that he had to take a different way home last night from work because they had like 8 inches of rainfall yesterday. And he said it's crazy up there. Thank God they live on top, or they live on a mountain, because it's just absolutely crazy. Okay, question. Nicotine is supposed to be the most effective deterrent to nanotech. Okay, so I know that during the event of 2020, I know that it was proven that nicotine prevented people from getting sick. As far as with the nanotechnology, I don't know, but I do know, and this is something that I put out years ago, and I'm going to have to try to find it. Borax. Borax gets rid of the nanites. I'll get it. The information for you. Hold on. I probably can find it over here. I made a post on it years ago. Debbie might remember it because people were like, "What the heck? What are you talking about?" So borax. ITS maybe? No, I didn't say ants. No. They've probably taken it off of the internet. There was a video that I used as reference for it. Try this one. Yeah, you just got to put the right wording in. Yeah, it's coming up as a conspiracy. But it's actually been proven. And Hurricane Ann, so it's borax, diatomaceous earth, and something else. I don't remember what the other thing was. And if anybody, okay. So you know that stuff that a lot of us were taking during that time that you would get at the what is it? The trailer and feed store. Remember that stuff? That wink, wink, that stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me. Did I lose it? I did. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get out of here first. Remove that one. Stop screen share. And I'll pull up the other one. Where is it? Here we go. TikTok shop. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Verified. Here we go. They have them on the TikTok shop, which I actually get a lot of my anti-inflammatories on here, a lot cheaper than what I can normally get them for my lupus. But you can find this on there. There was one that, you know what? It's in my, hold on a second, my basket. Let me see if I got it still. I can pull it up, the exact one that I was going to get. Because they run out of it quick. You've got to be real fast to get it. And I stuck it in my cart the other day, thinking that I was going to get it, forgot about it, went to put my order in, and they were out of stock. But I think they probably have it back in. Hopefully. Let's see if I can. What is it called? Yeah, it's still out of stock. But if you can keep looking for it, it'll pop back up every once in a while. You just got to grab it fast. But they have the pills. They have tablet forms of it, so you don't have to guess about it, and guesstimate how much to take and all that other happy horse crap. Yeah, I don't even see it right now. But it's under the name of fenbenzolone. I will, if I can find, oh, here it is. Is that it? That's the one I'm showing on the screen. Anyways, yeah. So this is the one I'm showing on the screen for you guys. So take take a stroll over there, and if you are looking to get that, because that also, from what my understanding is, that also does away with the nanos. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I do believe that I got to be careful because I don't want them hitting this for medical misinformation. Most diseases, most illnesses are caused from parasites. The big C, yeah, that's parasites. That thing that you get when you get bit by a tick, yeah, parasites. So if you have something going on, I think your first line of treatment should always be anti-parasitic to get rid of them. I mean, what's gonna hurt, right? Either it works or it doesn't. But yeah. So, and I'm sure we're probably gonna get hit, considering we're probably gonna get hit by. It's been a while since YouTube's taken a video down. I'm not gonna win. Anyways, yeah. So I guess so. We've got some bad weather coming, like I said. You know what really made me laugh was when people are talking about 3i Atlas, when they're talking about how it's behaving differently than what we normally see, that it's not textbook. How many interstellar objects are? This is what, number 3, and so it's not behaving like it's supposed to. Well, how's it supposed to behave? You know? Yeah. Yes, for sure. Definitely. So the fact that the Epstein files are, some more Epstein files are coming out right around the 19th. You saw that the weather. Now, the video that I watched, and I can't find it now, but the video I watched started out with, it was the same person that was talking about the weather, and it sounded like he was on the phone. It was the very first video I played. But it went on further. It was like a 3-minute video. But anyways, he was saying that the wind chills were going to get down to -30, -40, and -50, and that a lot of people were going to lose their life over it. That it was going to, kill a lot of people. Which, I mean, our grid system is sucks. And I remember 10 years ago when we had a cold snap, and it was down, that we started having rolling brownouts, and the grid can't handle it. They can't handle the added air conditioners when it gets hot. They can't handle the added, the heaters when it gets cold. So so a lot of people could possibly, lose their lives because of it being so cold. And you can't be out in it for very long because your skin freezes within just a few minutes, like 5 minutes. So if you can, maybe you're in a place that the forecast is calling for this bad weather, if you can take precautions, there are a lot of how-tos or self DIYs that you can heat without carbon monoxide poisoning. You can, find yourself the bathroom. Make sure it doesn't have a window in it. Okay. Put yourself in the bathtub put your blankets, put everything in there, close the door. And, you can, light some candles in there, and that will make it so, it'll still be cold, but it won't be as cold. But make sure that it's a small room. You don't want to use Coleman stoves. You don't want to use anything like that because they require ventilation. You really don't want to use a space heater because, again, the fire hazard, those are so dangerous. But, I guess you do what you got to do. We have a fireplace. I've never used it. He says it works. I don't know if it works or not. But I'm in the next, I think tomorrow, I'm going to kind of take a look and see what's going on with it. And this weekend when he's home, I'm going to have him make sure that the whatever that thing is that it's capable of opening and closing. Some people died in the Dallas-Fort Worth area from the brownouts back in the winter of 2021. Looks like we might be going through round 2. Yes, it's what it looks like. And, Texas is so unprepared. You guys literally have one snowplow, don't you? Like one snowplow for the entire state, I believe. And that's in Dallas. Hold on a second. What are you doing? How did you open the door? Oh. Henry's in here. yeah, I mean, Texas is so ill-equipped to handle anything, whether it's snow or cold. Um, and so is the South. I mean, if it were to dip down, we're used to it up here. I'm from Buffalo. I was born and raised in Buffalo, New York area. I'm used to lake effect snow. I'm used to 100 inches of snow. I'm used to going out, snowmobiling with a 10 below. Hi, baby. So I mean, I'm used to it. I'm not used to it now. I freeze my butt up. Hi, Bubby. What are you doing? Hey, Henry. Ugh. So, fireplace flu. Thank you. That's what it is, Fevers. Yes, I swear, honey, okay, you can get on me, but not my microphone. Oh, boy. How'd you get in here? How did you open that door? My Henry boy, he's got to curl up with me. He's got to be on me. The lack of preparedness in Texas is totally intentional, as if to kill off. Yes, well, it's intentional all over when you think about it. Oh Lord, they're all coming in here now. It is intentional, absolutely, and this the weather that. You can't prove that they're manipulating the weather, but they can't prove that they're not, especially with hurricanes and stuff. Hi, baby. All right, you guys gotta go. I know, just go, Henry. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here because my cats are like coming in and Henry's like latching onto me. Yes, you are. And he doesn't want me to put him down. So he'll be up here for the next half hour. Hopefully, I will get on this weekend. I have to message Joy to find out what day she's free to come back on with us. There you go. Get down. No, get down. There you go. Because she's supposed to be coming back on. I want to get Chris back on with us. We had fun with Chris the other day. I saw Ken was in here earlier. Ken, still keeping me in my prayers, guys. If we could, just pray for Ken because his health is just horrible, and just wish I lived closer to him. I could make sure that he got to his appointments. Unfortunately, I'm up here in Chicago, so my car from the accident, my car is has been in the shop for the last 2 weeks. It's supposed to be ready next Wednesday. Supposedly it's in the paint shop. Come to find out, you guys know there was a hit and run. The person that started the accident was a hit and run. He never stopped. So we didn't get him. The lady that hit me, no insurance. I had no choice but to go through because I was driving at the time. I was on the app. So it had to go through Uber. Yeah, Uber's got a huge deductible. That was fun. I just need to find out what I can do to recoup it because I'd be damned if I'm gonna or get stuck with it ultimately. But yeah, so I will be back driving next. Well, I have to get the car inspected first before I can go back, but I'm going to do that hopefully. If I get it Wednesday, I want to get it inspected Wednesday. And so I won't be around a lot during the holidays because I'm going to be driving as much as possible. So I want to get a couple of live streams a couple of live streams up, within the next few days. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for us tonight. I hope that you guys have a great night, and we will see you soon. And then until next time, guys, remember, eyes open, no fear.